Man, this thing is amazing. This thing couldn't be better. All right, guys, I got another cool item for you today that I want to talk about. I'm out here at my little archery range doing some shooting, getting prepared for the tack season coming up, and just doing my daily shooting. Also headed to New Zealand pretty soon. Gonna do some red stag. Gonna take the bow with me. Hopefully, I can get an opportunity to shoot the red stag with the bow. But wanted to talk a little bit about this new item that I've got here. And so I've been doing a lot of research on hip quivers. So historically at tack events, I'll do a backpack and I'll put my arrows in the back and it's got everything in it, my wrenches and whatnot. And that's not a bad way to go. And if that's the way that you do it, more power to you. It's what I've done for a long time. But I've been looking into hip quivers and field quivers to try and find one that would work well for me. And there's a lot of them out there. There's some really cool ones that have been out for a long time. But recently, Kuiu came out with their own hip quiver, and as soon as they came out with it, I knew it was the perfect one for me. Again, I've been doing a lot of research on this. I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple different products that I've been looking at, and I'll tell you the reason why I feel like Kuiu is the better one to go with. Obviously, I'm a Kuiu fan, but I feel like this system is the best system when it comes to a hip quiver. So let's talk about this a little bit here. So it's a normal hip quiver. It does everything that you would expect a hip quiver to do, which is mainly carry your arrows for you. It's a quiver, right? It does so much more than that. So it comes with this nice belt on it. It's got a clip here that clips on and off. It's got Velcro to make it tighter or looser depending on your size, and it's got a wide range. I mean, it'll fit probably, I would say, most everybody. I can't imagine anybody that it wouldn't fit. And so it comes with that nice belt, but it comes with this really nice hip quiver. And so in this hip quiver really has everything that you would want it to have. Obviously, it's carrying my arrows. The cool thing about this Kuiu one is it's got little arrow separators, little webbing in here to separate your arrows. And so if you want to have like your primary arrows up front, you can do that and then line it up. I've put about a dozen arrows in this thing already. Fits easily. You could put a lot more than that. The other cool thing about it is it does have a front quiver up here where you can put arrows. Mine's covered up by my rangefinder holder, but this is an ambidextrous quiver, so you can flip it left and right depending on which way you want to shoot. And again, it is a field quiver, so the arrows are going out the back. But I cover this side of it up with my rangefinder holder. If you were on the other side, you could do the opposite, or you could just leave it open and put a bunch of arrows in there, whatever you want to do. But again, it is a field quiver, so I'm running the arrows out the back. That's the way that I like to shoot. That's the way that most field shooters do it. But like I said, it's got nice little webbing in here to separate the arrows. Then it's got a lot more than that. It's got this nice little pocket, this zippered pocket right here. In here, I've got an Allen key, I've got some nocks, some field tips, but it's got little separators down there. It also has in this pocket, it's got this little strap that you can use if you want to strap it down to your thigh. So if you don't want it bouncing around and whatnot. So I don't use it, but I keep it in there. It's also got a little clip in there that if you want to clip your keys or something to it that you don't want to lose, just to give you a little extra security. But this is a really nice little zippered pocket that you can keep anything safe and stored in there. It's also got an external pocket here that you can slide stuff down into. So say you want to put like your scorecard or something like that down in there, you can. And then it's got more little loops and pockets up here. So if you want to put pens up here or you put your wrenches up here, I've got my arrow lube tube up here. And so it's got like this nice little pocket that it just kind of slides down into right there. Actually, it's this whole big main pocket that you can put a bunch of stuff into, but it fits perfect there. You can put it down in here, wherever you want. But there's a lot of different pockets on this hip quiver. There's also one back here behind the water bottle holder, a little loop system that you can clip stuff onto. So tons of storage. It doesn't come with the rangefinder holder. That's something that you have to get separate, but it does have a nice little Velcro strap that you can just hook through your loops. Sits there perfectly, just at the ready. So when you need your rangefinder, it's right there. You don't have to have it up here on your bino harness. That's usually where I keep it when I'm rifle hunting or even archery hunting. But when I'm out in the field, just shooting archery, it's nice to have it right there on my hip quiver. Okay, then it's got the water bottle holder here, and this will fit in a Nalgene bottle, a water bottle, can of Monster, whatever you want to put in it. It's a good size, and it's a little insulated too, so it'll help keep your drink cool. Moving on, it's got a release pouch that comes with it. So in this release pouch, got my release here. It's got two different dividers in there. So you can put your main release in there and then a secondary release in there. So I always recommend having a backup when you're shooting, especially when you're doing like a tack event or a mountain archery event. Just have an extra one just in case something goes wrong with yours, or maybe you're just having a bad day shooting with that release and you want to switch to a different one. So anyways, it's got a nice, it's a nice big open pouch to be able to put all your releases in. You can fit whatever release you want to use, but I really like this. It's also got a little spot back here in the back for your cell phone. I got mine back here, but it's got a nice little slot right here behind everything that you can slide your cell phone into, keep it nice and safe and secure. So really awesome. Then there's one more item on this thing. Back here in the back, and I'll slide it here around here so you can see it, is another big pouch. So inside this pouch, it's got a bunch of little different compartments and webbings and stuff like that that you can put your nocks in, your field tips in, whatever kind of equipment that you think you're going to need while you're out shooting. It's also got another zipper pocket within this that you can keep stuff in. So what I'm thinking is I'll use it for granola bars, power bars, snacks while I'm doing the attack event or something like that. So you can also remove this. You don't have to leave this on, but nice big extra pouch that you can put all your stuff in so you don't have to carry a backpack with anything extra on it. So love that. All this stuff comes with the Kuiu hip quiver. One other cool thing is it does have little Velcro things on here that you can remove. If you want these things to stay in place right where they're at, so you can see how mine are kind of sliding around. I actually like that. I like to be able to move them and adjust them how I want, so it's just comfortable. But if you want to secure them right where they're at, you can do that. So there's little Velcro things back here on the back that you can take off, and it'll actually Velcro to the belt so they'll stay right in place and won't slide around. But whatever you want, that's the cool thing about Kuiu is they just give you a bunch of options. Now I want to talk about why you would want to have this hip quiver over any other hip quiver. So the reason I love this hip quiver is all the things that it comes with. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of research and trying to figure out which hip quiver is best for me. I want to get the best bang for my buck, as most of us hunters do. And so I've really been looking at the Kifaru hip quiver, and it is very similar to this one, made out of a similar material, similar look and feel. But the thing I didn't like about the Kifaru was the price tag. For just the hip quiver and belt, you're looking at about $100. I think it's like $95 at the time of recording this video. Then you've got to add the release pouch and the water bottle holder, and then what they call is the Rogan, which is their pouch that goes on the belt. So you got to add all those things onto it. So to add those things on, not including the Rogan, is about $205. So hip quiver, belt, release pouch, water bottle holder, about $205. Then you got to add the Rogan on there. So you're looking at about $300 for the setup once it's all said and done. With the Kuiu one, it all comes in one, minus the rangefinder holder. And again, that's even separate on the Kifaru. And so everything that you see here, minus this rangefinder holder, comes with the Kuiu. So you get the hip quiver, the belt, the release pouch, the water bottle holder, the bag in the back. All of this come with it for about $120. So $300, $120, why wouldn't you go with the Kuiu? Again, it does everything that the Kifaru does. It's made out of a similar material. In my eyes, and obviously I'm a Kuiu fan, I love Kuiu stuff, but there's no reason why you would go with anything else. Guys, thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this Kuiu hip quiver. If you've got one, I'd love to hear your stories about it, what you like about it, maybe some of the things that even you don't like about it. If you got a Kifaru one or another one that you think is better than this one, I'd love to hear why you feel like it's better than this one. Leave it in the comments below. Love to hear your thoughts on why you think another one would be better. But honestly, for the best bang for your buck, it's hard to beat the Kuiu one. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.